Hello my friends, it's Lorraine here from the Great British Veg Plot. Welcome to March. It's the beginning of March and I wanted just to take you on a little tour round the vegetable plot so you can see what's going on. Not a lot, but I have done a lot of clearing and I hope you will notice a difference between the February tour and this one. So I'm starting off in the herb garden and I've cut back this big sage plant a little bit so that everything else around it has got some more space. Needs lots more growing in there, lots more to sow in there, but I will fill that up as the time goes on. We've got some oregano down here, which is growing. We have got some thyme, which looks fabulous, and we have got chives in here, and these are great. Once you've got them established, they're fabulous. I'll give you a quick tip about chives. Go to the supermarket and buy some growing chives. Separate them into four and put a clump in 4 different pots in your own garden, and just nurture them a little bit while they kind of get new roots in proper soil, because they don't always have well-established roots when you grow them from get them from the supermarket. Once they're starting to look healthy and really kind of vibrant, put them in the ground or put them in a pot like I've got here, and they will grow forever and they'll keep coming back. And if you don't like chives, the little flowers that come up with little purple pom-pom flowers, the bees love them. So grow them alongside anything that you want and the bees will have a field day. So there's a top tip about chives. Okay, let me bring you around to the greenhouse. There's nothing much going on in the greenhouse, but I still do have, if you look here, look, some winter salad still growing. So I am picking this winter salad and using it to add to whatever it is we're eating at the time. And it's been in here all winter, not doing very much, I have to say, but now it's started to get warmer and it's starting to grow again. So that's very exciting. If you have a greenhouse, very exciting things. All right. As we go around here, this is the strawberry patch, and you may have seen the video that I've done about clearing the strawberries. I've cut the babies from the parents and separated them all out. I do have something digging in here, but I have now weeded it and we're just waiting to put some compost on the paths here. My gooseberry bush still needs some attention, as does my berry bed. You'll see there's weeds and things growing in there. It really could do with a good going over, but I'm getting to it. It will happen. Here are my raspberries, and as well, these need some attention on 2 fronts. One is they need weeding, but secondly, there are quite a few of these little shoots that are growing off the plant and into the path. There's another one down here which is quite big here, and we don't really want these growing into the path. In actual fact, what I think I need to do is to get a metal edge that I can dig in to act as a barrier for those runners, because they will run everywhere. And while I love raspberries, I quite like to keep them in a nice neat line and not have them rampaging all around the garden. So those are the raspberry beds. You'll see here, these beds have all been cleared and tidied. I've got my Savoy cabbage still looking very thin and very frail there, but do you know what? It might hearten up, it might do something. If not, I can just eat the tops and they will be fine. There's can't remember what's under that fleece, not a lot, but I did put the fleece back for some reason. In here I've got a couple of spring onions and some beetroot that's still growing, and we're picking the leaves and harvesting the beetroot. This has had wood chip on the paths and compost on the bed, and this is ready to plant into. I'm going to actually put I think I'm going to put some potatoes in here. I've got a list done, so watch this space. My chard there, still going well. These are leeks which I have been harvesting, and one little lonely chicory right at the end there. There's only one that managed to grow this year, but anyway, that might be nice at some point. The broad bean and garlic bed. The garlic is still growing okay. That went in I think it was September last year, and the broad beans went in November. So they are, I've weeded around them. I don't know whether they are going to actually grow to be a fruit, to actually grow to be beans, but I have some more broad beans that I sowed in loo roll holders. Again, if you have a look on the YouTube channel, you'll find that about broad beans, and when they are big enough, I'm going to bring them out here and probably just fill in the gaps, put them in there. Here we are with bed 9 as it is. I'm just numbering them for ease. So this one here I have actually extended, so you can see where the posts are up here. These posts marked the end of the bed originally, and now it comes all the way down to here. And as I have done, I've gone through most of this with just pulling the weeds out. But you can see there are bits that I have missed. And what I will do is I'll take a moment to go over this with a hoe and just lightly hoe the top, and that will just dislodge any weeds that are left in here. So it'll be a nice, easy process. This is the greenhouse bed with the big greenhouse at the top. Right on the edge of this bed here is a lovage plant. It's a big herb that I had in the rose garden. I didn't want it there, it was just too big. So I've moved it up here, a clump of it, and it's already starting to sprout. So another sign of spring. So excited, my friends, so excited. Greenhouse still needing to be finished. It's doing all right, it'll be okay. And this here is what it looks like inside. So my young helpers and I have barrowed and laid down that compost. Wood chip is going on the paths, and there'll be compost in this central piece because that's another bed. So we are getting there. We're not quite finished with it yet, but we are getting there, and it's warming up in here really nicely. So I'm very excited to be sowing aubergines and peppers on heat this month. I'm going to do that in the next few days, and when they get big enough, this is where they're going to be growing. So watch this space, my friends. I hope you're having a beautiful time wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I look forward to being with you again very soon. Bye now.